Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Calif's Country Store owners searching for all former workers. Store plans to hold a Millennium Day in celebration of 150th anniversary. Caleb's Country Store is inviting all former employees to come back this summer to celebrate the store's 150th anniversary. The owner is looking for anyone who has been part of that history to join their Almana Day. Anyone who worked part time or full time is welcome, owners said. The store's official birthday celebration will be in September. For more information, visit www.calefs.com. Mount Washington Cog Railway celebrates 150th anniversary this year. Every 150th rider will ride at original ticket rate in 1869. It was the first mountain climb cog railway in the world, and this year the Mount Washington Cog Railway is hitting a new milestone. It's turning 150 years old. The beloved railway, officiating nickname, the Cog, is an engineering maneuver that takes folks on an extraordinary road trip right up to the summit of Mount Washington, the highest peak in the Northeast. On clear days, there are breathtaking views from Canada to the Atlantic Ocean. The historic railway is holding a month-long 150th anniversary celebration, which includes fireworks and festivities on July 3rd, the COG's official birthday. A 150th anniversary gala on June 22nd will feature food, drinks, presentation, and a custom firework display on Mount Washington. In March, preparedness, the original locomotive used on the railway, hit the road for a tour through two different travel and adventure shows in Pennsylvania and Washington, D.C. Preparedness, which has retired in the 1920s, has been fully restored and will be back at the base station for 150th anniversary celebration this summer. Want to ride the cog? Trains leave every hour on the half hour beginning in mid May. Traditionally, steam engines will run twice a day from May 25th through October 20th this year, with biodiesel energy running more frequently. View a full schedule. Just click on the link and we will share that link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. Every 150th rider will be able to make the trip at the same ticket rate as the year it opened in 1969, just $3. The 3-hour experience includes a 1-hour ride each way, plus 1 hour to explore the summit. There you'll find a post office, snack bar, and museum at the Sherman Adams Visitor Center. For more information about the railway, call 603-278-5404 or follow the COG on Facebook and Instagram. Masked robber pointed gun at pregnant clerk, Laconia police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Burst out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
Surveillance video captures the robber shoving the gun in the face of the clerk at the Spa convenience store last night in Laconia. The robbery happening just after 9 p.m. Another clerk at the store, who normally closes, watches the video unfold.
It's scary. It's not something I would like to do with myself.
The clerk asked that we not show her face or use her last name, but she feels for her co-worker.
It's sad that she, of all people, had to deal with it being pregnant. But, I mean, she did what she was supposed to do. She gave him the money.
Laconia police agree the clerk handled the situation properly.
We certainly encourage store owners to meet the demands and turn over the money. No loss of human life or injury is worth any amount of money.
Police are hoping that someone viewing the video will recognize something about the robber.
Anyone that might have recognized his clothing or maybe his mannerisms, his style of movement, that would be helpful.
And now there is a new mobile Laconia PD app available for people to get that information to police and remain anonymous.
In the software itself, it scrambles the information from the phone that it was texted from. So we have no identifying features and no way of tracking that information.
While the clerk that normally closes says unfortunately robberies are just something you have to prepare yourself for, she adds she's constantly aware of her surroundings.
I pay attention to people's movements, who's new coming in and out of the store, who, regulars. So we'll see how the night goes.
One of the clerks thinks that the robber might have been in the store before, so they're currently going through old surveillance video to see if they can recognize him. Reporting live in Laconia, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Mud season has arrived in New Hampshire. And you remember that list we showed you a couple days ago in our broadcast? Well, that list grew some more. Let's take a look at that list again. And here is that list. A couple more places got added to the list. Greenfield, Bennington Road, viewer reported it. New Boston, Beard Road and Riverdale Road, viewer reported that. Lindenborough, Mountain Road, viewer reported. Sunapee, many of the town's gravel road, according to officials. And Westmoreland, Loudon Road, a viewer reported that. And again, if you have or know a muddy road in your town that you live in, please share it with us on the Riley King Network Facebook page. You can comment and let us know under this video about if any of the town roads in your town that are dirt are closed due to mud season. We want to know so we can add it to the list. Officials seek to address barriers for building new homes in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Sean McDonald.
Well, how can the state get more homes built? That was the focus of a conference in Manchester. Yesterday, the New Hampshire Housing Finance Authority hosted its annual home ownership conference. Speakers talked about the barriers to building new homes as well as the strain the aging population will have on the housing market.
What we have is a lot of older people who are seeking to downsize and are in effect competing with younger people for the same types of housing units, smaller units.
We're just vastly short homes. We're short in all the New England states, the U.S., and New Hampshire is no exception. So it's just we need to get more homes built. We need to get higher densities on one hand, less regulation on the other.
There were nearly 200 people at the conference from banking, real estate, and government, so they are attempting to work on a solution.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Wednesday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed flat. US 10-year closed flat. USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow drops more than 100 points, led by banks, after the Fed signals no rate hikes this year. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 closed lower on Wednesday after the Federal Reserve's latest monetary policy announcement dragged Treasury yields lower, pushing back shares down. Trump steps up attack on McCain, complains he didn't get thank you for his funeral. President Donald Trump already facing widespread rebuke for his attack on Senator John McCain, stepping up his criticism in a speech on Wednesday in Ohio, at one point sounding annoyed, saying, "I gave him the kind of funeral that he wanted, which as president I had to approve. I don't care about this. I didn't get a thank you. That's okay." And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I have a couple of news reports coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone. Bye.